What's he doing here? And why is he wearing his scrubs and his his gloves and he's got his mask. I love his shoes too. I see they've given you a new room. Yeah, it's only temporary. It's just so they could dump my bag somewhere for the day. I'm not staying. I can't actually. Yeah, that's a pity. Max brought your car. It's been fixed. That's good. I'm here with Officer Blunt. She's waiting outside. Oh, okay. I'll be just a minute. No, it's not that. She's worried. I don't know what you want me to say or do, Doc. Talk to her. What about? Whatever you've been carrying with you all these days, tell her, please. It'll do you good to talk to about it to a friend, and I think you see her as a friend, right? Yeah, you could say that. Well, great then. Have a good drive back home. Well, hope we can meet again under different circumstances, hopefully. Yeah, thanks, Doc. You take care too. Are we not going to get? We're not going to get an answer, are we? We're going to leave town disgraced. Guess I should talk to her. Hey, Michael. So you're really leaving, huh? What choice do I have? It's over. So, what do you do when you go back? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Oh. Well, I thought we were going to figure it all out. Even if it is a murder-suicide, wish we had some proof. Or some answers. I feel like I've come to know them over the past few days. I know it was going sour towards the end, but kill themselves? Or what really pushed them to do it? Do you think they did it? I mean, it is possible. I don't think they did it. I mean, I still don't think he killed her. I think he killed himself, but I don't think he killed her. It's possible. Really? You know, my dad, hmm? I never really told you about him, did I? When I was 10, he killed himself. Oh my gosh. Game, stop getting heavy on me. Gunshot to the head. I'm sorry, Amy. Damn! Was that the whole point of this game? Is that we're so self-centered and so obsessed with this case that our own partner is investigating a suicide when her dad committed suicide? Imagine what she's going through. Oh my god. I was there when it happened. I ran down to see where the loud bang had come from. There he was, sat in his favorite chair, with a gun in his hand, and Mother tried explaining as best she could. He was sad, she said. I could barely make sense of it at the time. Why was he unhappy? Wasn't our family enough? Did I not make him happy? Could I have done anything to change it? But of course, I was 10. What could I have done? Tried figuring out what led to his depression. For months, I went over his last days with us. I don't remember much, but I recall he changed in some ways during the last couple days. I couldn't understand it then, but it just felt off. He didn't feel like the dad I knew, even though he acted it. Is that because this was after he made the decision to kill himself? Detective, the thing is, I don't know if you've always been this way. I don't think you have. I think you used to be different. The way you are or have become, you remind me so much of him. You remind me of the way he changed during his last days. It feels the same. I was only 10 then, and I was helpless, but I'm older now. I understand people, and I'm a police officer, for God's sake. Can't let that happen again. I won't let it. Amy, why does the color... Oh, that's because it's not Amy! What's wrong, Michael? Please. I need to know what's making you suffer this way. Is it not Amy? Her... her text color changed from green to blue. Isn't Abigail blue? happened to Abigail, Michael? Interesting. Hey, Abigail was my wife. God, it's hard to talk about this. I finally talked to someone. We met when we were at the university. I'd sit in the library every day after classes, studying up on different subjects buried in books. She sat on the same table as me once, but didn't say anything. I didn't either. Didn't really know her well. We saw each other in the hallways, shared a class or two. This is just like the scene from Imposter Factory, isn't it? He met her in a library, near a window, sitting near each other. Despite that, I think this game came out before Imposter Factory, didn't it? I don't know. I think it did. Despite that, she stood out to me. She looked different from the rest. Like a sensible, balanced, mature person, you know? That could be rare sometimes. That went on for a couple weeks. She never said anything, nor did I. We just share a table. But I'd become comfortable in her presence. That was rare too. One day I, very uncharacteristically, caught myself looking at her. So did she. Hi. Hello. You're a slow reader. What? You've been reading that book for weeks now. It's a dense subject and, well, yeah, actually, I'm a slow reader. Why won't you take the book home with you? I like the, atmosphere here. Huh. I know what you mean. Me too. You want to take a break? Go somewhere? She was confident, understanding, and really, really patient. I love that. We quickly became inseparable, often spending hours together doing our own thing without saying a word to each other. We didn't need to talk, plan, or do much to have fun together. Being around each other was enough. Her company was meditative. Being with me gave her the same feeling of peace and calm that she gave me. I know how this is going to end. Well, we kind of know, right? They've kind of hinted that he hit her with his car, and there was a story like this before. That specific type of scene. I don't know why I'm catching all these references with this game. It's weird. Not. I don't think this, had any relation to the game. I really think the dev was inspired by Night in the Woods. I think that's real, but this one I think is just me making a connection. There's a movie from, I think, the 90s, maybe late 90s. I'd say 97, 98, probably around this time, called Playing by Heart. And it was one of them Love Actually type movies where it's like a ensemble cast, and it talks about all these different types of love between different couples and things like that. Not even couples, but it could be platonic love and whatnot. And it was like that. And there was a story inside this because it's a whole bunch of people's stories. And there's a story inside there about a guy who was driving home from work, I think, because he picked up food for the family. And I think he picked up tacos or something. He went to Taco Bell or something like that. And he was driving home fast because the tacos were getting cold. If I remember correctly. I haven't seen the movie in a while. And he ran a red light and he broadsided a car. And he killed the family inside the car. And the family was his. It was his wife and his kid. I think it was one kid, who were driving home as well from somewhere else. They were somewhere else. And he talks about this story that the last thing he saw was her face, and that she knew it was him before he killed her. I have a feeling this is going down the same path. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times in this game. We'll see. And just like that, they're married. Obviously, a couple of years after graduation, we were married. Nothing spectacular or out of the ordinary happened leading up to our marriage. That's just the way we were, but that was bliss for us. We were a bedrock, a foundation for each other. She meant everything to me. So this is pointing out that he had perhaps a relationship where they spoke the same language, right? And this is how it can work out. Everything. Which is why I can't come to terms with what I've done. This year, on April 7th, we were about to go out to dinner. We've been married 2 years at this time, so this is what we're in October. So this was what 4, 10, 6 months earlier. God. Hey, Michael, you ready to go? Yeah. Wait, hold on. I think I forgot something. I'll be right back. Phone rang. I never should have answered it. Should I not answer it? Would I change the course of history? No. Hello? Boss? Sorry to call you at home. What's up? We just received a call from an informant. Apparently he has info that he wants to share about Alex. Who's Alex? Where is he? He's near the intersection at 22nd and 9th Avenue. Not gonna see him right now, are you, boss? I'm headed that way anyway. A couple of questions won't take any time. Well, how about tomorrow? He could be gone by tomorrow. Warren could change his mind. Alex could find out and try to silence him. Yeah, I'm just an informant. We have our first lead in months. Let's not mess it up. All right. I'll join you ASAP. Wait for me. Hurry up. Alex was suspected in a major case and I've been trying to pin down for months. I was convinced he was the key to unlocking the case, but my boss felt I was getting obsessed and tunnel visioned. Want me to give up on it and pursue other leads. Alex was skipping away like a rat. After months of silence, here was a chance to make a breakthrough at least. Hey, you ready to go? So was she not outside the car? She was inside the car then. I'll just be a minute, all right? Oh, why not? Where are you going? Something's urgent come up. I'll be back in a minute. Wow, it's a big town. Oh, there I am. Been told to wait outside the cafe near the intersection. Oh, that went too quickly. Why did it do that? Remember the color of the sky that evening? Pale peach. All right, they're doing that a little too quickly. The rush in the streets, the traffic, the sounds, the lights. The whole place was so alive, vibrant. What do you mean, game? But I couldn't. All right, now that's frustrating. I didn't get to read all that. He's over here somewhere, right? The smell of coffee, the laughter, and voices of the people drifting from the cafe. Standing there, watching those people in there, happy, cozy, and warm. Realized I wanted that, not this. Speeding car broke me out of my daydream. Seconds later, I heard gunshots. Oh. All right, so I was wrong. I ran back to my car as fast as I could. It couldn't be, of course not. Why did I bring her along, though? No, I was just freaking out. Everything would be fine. Getting back seemed to take a million years and a million thoughts filled my head. I remember looking up at the sky. It still looked the same. I don't know why these subtitles are going so fast. Wait, what? It was a targeted? I thought it was gonna. Oh my god. Seeing Abigail dead, my world fell apart. There was no reason for me to carry on. Alex had been in the area. He knew of me. He knew I was after him. He knew the car I drove. I had been careless, irresponsible, and she paid the price. I don't know if he thought I was in the car or just wanted to spite me. He just drove past my car and opened fire. But one thought stopped me from doing anything to myself. Find him and make him pay. That was the only thing that kept me alive at the moment. I was back at work the very next day. I didn't dare allow myself the time to think about it. The informant had run away. I would have to start looking for Alex again, but it gave me purpose. I didn't get a chance to do that, though. They found Alex the next day, dead. He was killed in a shooting that broke out when a deal went bad. A meaningless death in a back alley, fit for scum like him. But why now? Why not a day before? Why did he have to take Abigail away? Just one day before that. Just one day. And I took her there. I made it happen. I took her to the wrong place at the wrong time. I lost that purpose too, but I carried on for some reason. Aimlessly. Kept coming to work every day. Chief asked me to take a few days off, but work was the only thing keeping me sane. Or sedated. Stopped going home and started staying at a motel. I didn't want to see that house again without her. I'd put myself completely into my work during the day, and at night I'd be so tired that I'd go to sleep right after work. I eventually stabilized. Got into a rhythm of living without thinking of her or of anything. Managed to shut away all thoughts and memories of her. It was the only way I could live. Slowly developed into a new life, an almost normal life. Work was all that mattered. Not thinking about her became second nature. I hadn't thought about her at all for months. Until I was sent here. There are so many moments, small and beautiful, that I've buried inside and tried to forget. Because it hurts so much to think of how good it was. It's scary to move on. Every day that goes by moves me further away from the last time I saw her. She keeps becoming a part of the past with every passing second. With time, I've forgotten so much that's happened. I only remember a few big moments. The other smaller moments have dissolved around them. They're like small islands. Archipelagos, you know? Few memories still sticking out in the area to see. But every day the numbers grow lesser. And the islands become smaller. They disappear one by one. Scared of that. Soon it'll be 1 year since it happened, then 2, then 10. I'll move on and she'll become unimportant in my life. How is that right? It would be comfortable, convenient to move on, to feel better. But do I deserve that? How could I be happy again after my actions killed her? She wasn't just my wife, you know? It isn't just my loss. She was her own person, with her own life, and dreams and ambitions, and I took all that away from her. Michael, she knows that you loved her. It wasn't intentional. And she won't become unimportant to you. That will never happen. Leave me. That voice telling you that it was your fault, that you could have done something? You need to stop listening to it. She wouldn't want you to blame yourself, would she? And then, I just miss her so damn much. I feel like I can't risk being happy anymore. I want to see what follows when you lose something good. The bad times don't invalidate the good, Michael. They're both real. I know what you mean. I just can't bring myself to live that. To live without a burden. You're right, you know. I wasn't always this way. I used to be different. I was never this impulsive. I never made decisions without thinking things through and considering every possibility. He's saying... It sounds like he's saying he was a lot like Chris at one point. The way I am these days, that isn't me. It's only since I've come here. I feel I have no self-control. I feel I need to find someone responsible to make someone pay, anyone. To punish someone just because. I never had a chance to. Because he couldn't. He never got a chance to. Of course. What? Because he never got a chance to confront them, Amy? Ooh. The rain! The rain! Did it rain that night, Amy? Did it? I don't remember. I try to remember. I think so. I think it did. Of course there were no fingerprints on the gun. It was too cold. He was wearing... What? Oh no. I've made a mistake I shouldn't have. So the doctor is the only one we've seen with gloves so far, but they're not saying that, are they? Wait, what's going on? What'd you do? I hope we're not too late. We need to go now.